The Lord told me to do a concert when I was a young kid, about 20-some years old. It was about a $30,000 concert. I'm 20-some years old. I was bringing, at this time, Vanessa Bell Armstrong was really hot. Keith Pringle was really hot. Donald Vales and Richard Smallwood all on one concert in one place. I was on my knees praying. I said, God, if this is your will for me to do this concert, I need $1,000 today. I don't know where it's going to come from. And I get off my knees, I'm going to ask you, and you're going to do it. And if I get $1,000 today, I know it's your will. I'm going to do this concert. I got off my knees. Immediately the phone rung, and my father told me I had a check that came in the mail for $1,000. Just like, I'm not telling you, no, just like that. I jumped out of my seat and say, this is God. I start calling people, setting up the concert. I rented the hall. I did everything humanly possible. And to make a long story short, the night of the concert, I had my budget for the concert was $40,000. The house sat about 5,000 people. I was going to make $100,000. The night of the concert, 1,500 people showed up. That means I was short. Did I tell you I was short a whole lot? And I'm sitting there. This is my church. I was pissed off at God. How dare you tell me to do a concert and get me strung out here like this? I told you if this was going to be a flop, don't have me do it. I asked you not to do that. I'm in my dresser. I'm boo-hoo crying. Okay. First singer went out. Donald Vales, he was a friend of mine. He said, Jerry, I'm just going out here and sing. Richard Smallwood went out and sung, and everybody was singing. The next artist came out and said, I ain't going out. Where's my money? I said, I don't have it. They said, well, we got a problem. So while I was sitting there arguing, some people were out in the audience selling some books. They got enough money to pay that artist. So while we were back there, and I'm like, I don't know what you're going to do. God didn't show up. That's exactly what I told him. God didn't show up. Ask him what he's going to do. It's his problem, not mine. I was crazy like that back then. Come on. He's witness. He witness. He was hanging around with me. The artist got paid. While the artist was singing, people start coming back saying, Pastor, we hear, I want to pass it in. Jerry, we hear that you didn't make it. How much more money do you need to pay the artist? I told them the amount. People just start writing checks. I couldn't see God, though, because I was so upset with him. That wasn't no praise God to me. It was like, give it here, shoot. And see, because when you're blinded to what God is doing, you can't see the blessings of God because you see the trees all in the way. I'm blinded. I can't see nothing. I can't see people write me $300 and $500 checks that just giving me money. Just giving me, making. Finally, I got the money to pay the next artist. So the whole concert went forth. Nobody in the audience knew what happened. Because what God was doing, God was teaching me success to me wasn't a full house. Success was to see his provision in a valley situation. After I owed the other people, because I owed the light people, I owed the sound people, I owed the musicians, I owed everybody. I was still salty with God. A month later, people would call me and say, hey man, do you have my money? I say, talk to God. He didn't give it to me. Sound people call me and say, man, you don't give me my money, I'm going to sue you. I say, listen, man, you're going to have to sue God because he the one told me to do it. You know what the man said to me? Brother, God told you to do this. You or God have my money. He said, I'm going to just forgive the debt. Next phone call came. You don't owe me nothing. I'm forgiving the debt. Next phone call came. You don't owe me nothing. I'm forgiving the debt. Do you know everybody that I owed money to called me and said, I'm forgiving the debt. Look at your neighbor and say, that's God.